Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome back. Welcome back to my continued coverage on the Shedeur Sanders draft slip situation. One analyst seems to think that the reason why he slipped is because some NFL owners feared of being replaced. And we're going to talk about a few other things. Shedeur Sanders revealed bold goal as a member of the Browns. Um, Malik Neighbors. I want to talk about Malik Neighbors. We mentioned Malik Neighbors the other day, that he had some things to say about Shedeur Sanders slipping in the draft. It wasn't just Malik Neighbors; it was a few other NFL current players and former players as well, showing their support to Shedeur during this whole draft process. Now, the analyst that was saying that, hey, good morning, how you doing? One of the analysts that was saying that he was hearing that the reason why Shadeur slipped in the draft is because of some coaches. Now, this is RG3, Robert Griffin III, former NFL quarterback, also Heisman Trophy winner out of Baylor. He has a podcast along with his wife, and he discussed, he said he heard from some that some NFL coaches were reluctant on drafting Shadeur because they were fearing of being replaced. Now they're saying that because Coach Prime had showed some interest in becoming an NFL coach, but he said that the only way he'll become an NFL coach unless he coached both of his sons in the NFL. But also, Coach Prime came out and said that he loves Colorado. He's not leaving Colorado, and he said this many numerous occasions. And let me just say this. Fear of being replaced. I don't buy that. RG3 doesn't buy that either. The reason why um I don't buy that is because if the NFL owners are looking at the draft board, as an NFL owner, I want to take the best. If I'm looking for a quarterback, I want to take the best available option to me, whether it be Cam Ward, whether it be Shedeur Sanders, whether it be Jackson Dart, or a host of others. Okay. I could see if they came out and said, listen, the reason why we didn't draft Shedeur Sanders is because, we favored Jackson Dart just a little bit more. Then I could buy that. I said, okay, that's something that's debatable. Okay, I can see why you took Jackson Dart. Okay. I can see why you took Cam Ward. That's fine. Um, but at best, let's say if some team say, you know what, we're going to go with Cam Ward, which was the obvious choice. We're going to go with Jackson Dart. Because leading into the draft, my top three quarterbacks, in no particular order, well, I do have an order, actually. I had Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward. You can go back and forth with that. Um, and Jackson Dart. Those are my top three quarterbacks, me personally, in the draft. Because I didn't just watch the highlights. I watched just some Ole Miss games, and he was really good in what I gathered from him, what I saw in Jackson Dart. I watched Cam Ward as well, and I watched Shedeur Sanders, of course, and I watched others too. Jalen Milroe, I think he's a really good prospect as well because of his speed, mobility, his athleticism. He also has a good arm as well. And I think that he can go on to potentially have a really good career. All of these quarterbacks. Um, I didn't do too much analysis on Dylan Gabriel, but you know, as far as comparing the other quarterbacks, he's the elder statesman. He's a lot older and different things like that. So I could see if they say, listen, we want to go with Dylan Gabriel. He's older. We want to go with him. That I could see. But they didn't really give any kind of reasoning for why he had such a slip in the draft. I think being that I had my top quarterbacks in the draft, and then I noticed some teams in the draft, they drafted on needs. Some of these teams didn't need quarterbacks. So I could see at best Shedeur fall into the second round. At best. I mean, talking about the second round, top of the second round. But I still didn't really have him fall into the second round, but I know some things happen. Things happen sometimes. In this case, he fell to the fifth round. Now, his draft tape tells everybody that he's a first round draft pick. Um, and I just don't buy the fact that coaches were afraid for their job. Um, Especially the Browns owner, he took him to the playoffs. They had some success with the Browns coach, and he still, he had a quarterback that got injured, and some things happened. And I don't think he's in danger of losing his job. So I don't think he would be fearful of you losing his job. I don't know about the Giants owner. I don't know about the Jets. I mean, not the Giants coach or the Jets coach. I'm not sure, or the Raiders coach. Didn't he just get there? Like, why would he be in fear of getting his job replaced by Coach Prime? I don't think that's the likely scenario here, the situation. I don't think that's the likely reason for the draft slip. I don't think so. In fact, it's being reported that the Browns owner intervened and drafted Shadeur. It was the Browns owner that did it. And that's why, if you notice at draft day, when Shadeur finally got drafted by the Cleveland Browns, it looked like a funeral in the war room. They didn't look happy. The reason why they didn't look happy, I believe that the owner intervened and said, no, you're going to do what I say and you're going to draft him. That's why they were looking like that. I don't think they wanted any parts of him. I believe it was I believe the reports. Like, if I'm a betting man, I'm going to go with that scenario. The Browns owner say, look, we going to get him at a discount. Get him now. Get him now. And maybe there was some pushback, but you can't push back with the owner. He owns the team. Yes, draft him now. And it's going to turn out, if that's the case, the Brown owner is not only did he get him at a discount, he's going to reap all the benefits from what comes with Shadeur. Everything comes with him. He's a young superstar. The skills actually tells the story. All of that, and then the media attention that comes with it. The Browns are going to be the most talked about NFL team this upcoming season, and they are. They're going to be the most talked about, especially if if they start the season rough. Then a lot of people are going to be talking like, what are they going to do at the quarterback position? They drafted Dylan Gabriel. Um, they drafted Shedeur Sanders. They have a 19-year veteran there. They also have another journeyman quarterback that's there that's still in his rookie contract. So what are they going to do at the quarterback position? And also, how the fans are going to respond? Because the fans are already responding with the jersey sales. That's indicative of his popularity in that city right now. I could tell you he's popular in that city. I don't even have to be there. I've been there once, like I said, in the 90s. I know how those fans are. Those fans are, if not worse than Philly fans, because I've been to Philly for a football game back when it was at the Veteran Stadium. Those fans are really serious about their football, man. They're really serious. I heard Pittsburgh is the same way. But Cleveland is one of those blue collar cities, and they embrace somebody that embraces them. And he's already embracing the community. Trust me, the fans are seeing it. I just saw one video where these ladies, they saw Shadeur. He was in the car, and they was like getting pictures of him. They said, "Hey, man, what happened to you was messed up." I just wanted to tell you that. Trust me, the fans are responding. They're responding in a big way. If you look at the numbers today, he's setting some type of record for jersey sales. I don't even think they officially assigned him the number 2 jersey yet. I'm pretty sure they're going to, but they have. I don't know if he's officially been signed. I know rookie camp is on the way now, So they probably more than likely have assigned him that number. He's currently going through camp right now. And all of them, all of the Colorado players are going through camp right now. So rookie mini camp. He is the most popular athlete, arguably, in Cleveland right now, all sports, right now. And he is a rookie. He drafted in the 5th round. It's hilarious. This is a really this put a black eye on the NFL. Like I had said before, it really did. It put a huge black eye on the NFL. I mean, in this world, we reward hard work. Hard work is supposed to be rewarded. Sometimes it's not, though. Sometimes it's political. It's a political situation. But I'm gonna tell you something really quickly. I don't think there's anything Shadeur could have done to improve his draft status. They were just looking for something. They were nitpicking. It's nothing that he could have done. I know if he looked back and said, "Man, could I had interviewed better?" The answer is no, Shadeur. There's nothing you could have done. Nothing. It's just that you can't help who you were born to, and that's not a knock. Anybody would like to have a coach like that for a father. Everybody that's very active in your life, that really cares about your well-being. Anybody wants that, but they look down upon that. Look at history. Look at LeVar Ball. He was active in his son's life. He was confident in his son's ability. All 3 of his sons. The same thing with T. Morant. He's confident in his son. He's in his son's life. He's at every game. He's very vocal. They don't like that. So, quite frankly, Shadeur, there's nothing you could have done to improve your draft status. It's nothing. It was already predetermined that you were going to slip in the draft. That's just how I feel about it. Can I prove it? No, can't prove it. But in my opinion, there's nothing that you could have done to improve it. It's nothing. They've already had you marked from the beginning. They know that you can throw the ball well. They know that you had a good pro day. Okay. They know that typically top quarterbacks don't participate in the NFL combine or Big 12 or whatever their conference pro day is. They know that the top quarterbacks don't. They know this. And they know that there's a couple of teams that are very interested in you and drafting you high, and the other teams are not going to have an opportunity to get you. That was supposed to happen. But in your situation, you're in a very unique situation. You have a very polarizing figure as a dad, and he commands a lot of attention. He commands a lot of attention, but the NFL owners like, no, with the teams like, no, we're going to push back. That's what happened, I believe. So, and just looking back on it now, there's nothing he could have done. And he pretty much was robbed of $40 million because they wanted to be petty. That's pretty much what and it puts a black eye on the NFL. This actually changes things a little bit. You know how Coach Prime say you got to work hard, just work hard, give it your all if you want to get drafted. That has to change. Because if I was a player, I said, well, Coach Prime, your son worked as hard as he can. He worked his ass off, and they robbed him. So what could happen is, if basically you should also tell us, yeah, we could work hard, but if we get marked, there's nothing we can do. I believe the NFL has always been political. All of sports has always been political. Um, yes, they want the quarterback to be a certain way. They want the quarterback to present himself a certain way. Um, and then I said in other positions like cornerbacks, they can pop it a little bit if you're a cornerback. A cornerback CB. You could do that. But also at the same time, it's still political. And if the powers that be in that particular sport, if they don't like you, it doesn't matter how good you are. Um, it's crazy. I remember when I was a kid, I watched Washington win a championship under Doug Williams. Doug Williams was the quarterback, and he was immediately cut after that. Immediately. I believe Mark Rippon was the starter, but he had got hurt. Mark Rippon had got hurt, and then Doug Williams took over, won the championship. And The rest, they cut him after that. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter if you're a nice person. They gotta like you. But this right here, they were being petty. Okay, they had already had it in their mind. We're gonna fix him. We're gonna fix that family. Okay, who are they to be overly confident? Like who is he to be so confident in a meeting where he's asking us questions? Who is he to do that? And I could say this now. Some people say, "Oh, you're going to bring race into it." The fact of the matter is, you can't if you can't relate to me and walk in my shoes, you can't really talk. Because some of us live a different reality than others. We have to be the very best at everything. We don't have any grace period or anything to mess up. Okay, they look at us totally differently. Perfect example. Again, we have historical things to look back on. The Manning family. Now, the Manning family, it turned out that they went on to win Super Bowls. Eli won 2, Peyton Manning won 1. So it was a success. However, in the draft, his dad was very outspoken, Eli Manning. And Arch Manning played quarterback in the NFL. He got some status in the NFL. Okay. He played for the New Orleans Saints. He actually named Peyton Manning after Walter Payton, if anybody know that. That's how Peyton got his name, from Walter Payton. He was very, very good friends with Walter Payton, and he named his son after him. Okay, if you didn't know that, now you know. So he has a lot of status in the game. A lot of people know him. Okay, um, through hard work, he built a name for himself, right? And he used. There's nothing wrong with using it. Saying, "Listen, man, he has leverage. Like, listen, I don't want my son going there. I want my son going here. I want him to be in the best position to succeed." And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking Archie Manning for that, for what he did. But the problem is, when we do it, it's a problem. And everybody sees it. Everybody see it. So, and it's going to happen again. You let his grandson go to a unideal situation and see what his grandfather do. His grandfather's going to rear his head again. It's been so many years, but his grandfather's still around now. He will say something. At this point, Peyton Manning and Eli could say something. Like, look, he's not going there. And he's not going to fall in the draft. The NFL owners are going to be like, okay. Or, or, or they could do something. They could be like, oh, who is he? We're going to get them too now. They could be on that type of time. I can't wait for it, though, because it could be next draft or the draft after that. But I believe he's coming out, because this is going to be his first full year as the quarterback for Texas. And he has a huge upside to him. I didn't realize he was that fast. The kid is fast, man. And I'm not just saying, I've seen one play. I mean, he is fast. He got all the tools to be a first round quarterback. Okay. So he could come out in the next draft. So it could be his draft. The top people that we're going to be focusing on, the top 2 people in the next year's draft, is Arch Manning and Caleb Downs. That's who we're going to be focusing on, Caleb Downs. I'm really focused on Caleb Downs. I already know Arch Manning probably going to be the first quarterback off the board if he do come out. Now, I'm curious to see what these owners are going to do. They might be like, you know what? The hell with his grandfather, too. They could do that. They could do that. They could be like, nah, man, the hell with his grandfather, man. We don't care who his grandfather is. We'll send his ass to the 5th round. Stop playing with us. Now, I want to see if they do that. Now, I want to see if they do that. I guarantee you they don't. I guarantee you they don't. He may not do it in the media. He may be calling around in NFLs and circles, the contacts. Like, look, y'all not drafting my grandson. I'm just letting you know that. Oh, you better trade him. You better trade him, one or the other. Because he's done it in the past. I remember. Eli, look, you know how they try to say Shedeur is flashy? I believe, I can't remember if it was Peyton that did it. Somebody did it, gifted him a fancy ass car for draft, and he talking about he didn't want it. I believe that's what happened. Correct me if I'm wrong. See, Eli was kind of quiet, but he had that he was confident too though. He might have been quiet, but he wasn't gonna get buffaloed around either by no player. He wasn't. But he did back it up because he was the Tom Brady killer. He sure was. Tom Brady could not beat him. He won 2 championships off them. He knocked them out of the playoffs. He sure did. He had their number. He had the New England Patriots number. He did. So he turned out to be great. He turned out to be great. And he came from Ole Miss. He turned out to be great, man. So his grandfather was right. He turned out to be great. And the Giants was the best situation for Eli Manning. He won more championships than his brother. Peyton won 1. Eli won 2. He got 2 rings. There's another Manning too that played football, but the only reason why is Arch Manning father. The reason why he didn't go to the NFL, he had a condition. He was a wide receiver, and he had a medical condition. That's the only thing that stopped him from getting into the NFL. But that's a football family. The same thing with the Sanders. It's a football family. It's nothing wrong with your dad having pull. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Like, not only do he's helping, look, not only did he help his sons, he helped Travis, man. He was the reason why Travis won the Heisman Trophy because no other coach was going to let him play that many snaps. He for 2 years in a row he led the NCAA in snaps. 2 years in a row. He was an Iron Man. 2 years in a row. He's the reason why Jacksonville is going to let him be himself because Jacksonville see the possibilities now. They said, "Oh man, this is going to be the greatest ticket, letting him do his thing." Because they saw the success in Colorado. And look, we already got a quarterback. So this is even better. We got the quarterback. We got what he needs. So he said they said we're gonna let Travis be himself. I already know that you look, I already know Jacksonville was gonna do that because those owners think outside the box. The owners of the Jacksonville they own a wrestling federation. So they think differently. They think about showmanship and entertainment. That's what they're thinking. So they said, look, if he want to do it, let's let him do it. Now, if he get tired, he get hurt, then we're gonna dial back on it. But they're gonna let Travis do it. He is a wide receiver and cornerback. That's what he's gonna do, and they okay with it. I think Jacksonville was the best situation for him, and he wanted to play there anyway, and he got with the right people. So look, sir, we got the quarterback for you. So go ahead and do your thing, sir. And they want butts in them seats. That's it. They want butts in them seats, and them games gonna be sold out, man. With Travis there, it's gonna be sold out. And now Cleveland is gonna be sold out thanks to the owner. I have to say thanks to the owner, even though I'm still gonna knock him because you should have took him in the first round. So I'm still gonna knock him, but at least he pulled the trigger on and gave him the opportunity because they're saying now in Cleveland that's what happened. That's why it looked like somebody passed away. you know, in the draft room. I'm not trying to be funny, but in the draft room, it looked like they found out somebody passed away or something. That's what it looked like. But the Cleveland Brown fans was like cheering up in it. They said, "Oh man, we got him. We got him." And here's the funny part now. Somebody like the Giants or the Jets, like, hey, listen, let's let us have Shadeur. Okay, just let us have him. You know, just cut him. Okay, to make it look good, and then we're gonna look like we're gonna save him and give him the ultimate opportunity. No, 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 sir, nope. I don't want to see that happen. And yes, I do follow New York sports, but I just don't want to see it happen now. Now I'm hating on the Jets. I'm hating on them. I don't want to see it happen because y'all had an opportunity. No, nope, not anymore. It's now it's meant for him to be in Cleveland. That's where it's meant for him to be now. So no, don't try to dial back now and say, look, I know my players are pissed. Malik Neighbor said this. Yeah, can you please let us have them, please, so we can fix this. No, there ain't no fixing it now. It's too late. The draft is over. The draft. I can see if Shedeur. So Shadeur didn't hire an agent. So let me tell y'all this: he didn't hire an agent. If he didn't sign with the Browns yet, he technically can go back to college. If he didn't hire an agent, so technically he can go back to Colorado. That's not going to happen though. It's not going to happen. But if he wanted to, and then play another year, and then let these teams make it, what they could do. So if he wanted to wait a year, then he can get money. But it's not going to happen because you don't want injury and stuff like that. So he's good where he is now. So it's too late for the Giants now. It's too late because your players over there complaining, and you got a problem in your locker room. You have a problem because I think Russell Wilson had it in his mind. You know what? I signed a year contract. I've been in the NFL a very long time. I can show Shadeur the ropes. I could show him as my little brother. I could show him the ropes. He's a very good example to learn under. You know what I'm saying? However, it works out that Flacco is a 19-year veteran. He's been in the league a long time. He'll be a perfect person to show Shadeur the ropes as well. He could show him the ropes. And it's not like he's competing with Shadeur because he's been in the league 19 years. There's no competition. He's been in the league 19 years. He's already made his money. Okay, he's playing for the love of it. So okay, Shadeur, let me show you the ropes. Let me show you what to do. Let me show you what this situation, you do this, this, and this. Now, by the time Shadeur is ready to start, he'll be ready to go. Just it's the same thing happened with Patrick Mahomes. He didn't start his first year. He learned first. Okay, and then he took over, and the rest was history. The same with Tom Brady. Drew Bledsoe got hurt, and he came in, and the rest was history. Okay, so Shadeur doesn't have to start right away. He don't. But I think as far as personnel wise, as far as the players, he's in the best situation now. It just so happened to work out. God is watching over him because it's still working out in his favor. Okay. Listen, the owner's not letting him go now. Oh no, he's not letting him go because he said, okay, look, let me look at these numbers here. Okay, the jersey sales, our guy has the highest, right? Our guy is gonna put. You know what he's gonna do? If they win in the game, hey Flacco, go ahead and sit out and let two get in, so we can get a, so we can get a fan some flavor. He's gonna do that. Hey, put him in, please. Look, we're gonna win this game. Okay, we're up by what, 2, 3 touchdowns. Put number two in. Okay, so that the fans, so we can, we could give him something. He's gonna get in this year. He's gonna get in the game. Um, he's gonna get in the game. They have a savant for a damn quarterback. He's a savant. See the game. What I found about when I thinking about Shadeur looking on the outside, football just happened to be something he's good at. Just like Travis, they're good at it. Travis is a savant too. They're good at it. But he football doesn't define Shadeur. It doesn't define him. He has other things going on. He got modeling opportunities. Um, he's very good in front of the camera. Like I said, he's very marketable. He thinks business. Why he thinks business? Because his father thinks business. Okay, that's why he thinks business. So he's thinking business. Okay, what can I do after my football career is over? Is business. Okay, they have a media empire. So football is not his whole life. It's just something he's very, very good at. Shiloh, look at Shiloh. He could be an actor. He looks like an actor. Okay? He can do different things. Okay? So Shadeur brings more to the table. It just so happens he's good at throwing that ball. He's just good at it. And why does he need to put his head down and be humble? Why do we got to be humble? Humble for what? Humble, humble to a man? No, you be humble to God. You don't be humble to no man. Yes, I mean, yeah, you got to act like you got some home training. We know that. He's respectful. Okay, let me go back to the story for a second. There was a driver. Remember when Shadeur was in New York City? The driver said, because I actually know somebody that know that driver, and they told the story on Facebook. He said, I'm a driver. I'm just here to drive him around. He don't have to say anything to me because he's accustomed to people just going about their business and not saying anything to him. He said Shadeur kept saying to him, "Yes, sir," and "No, sir." "How are you doing today, sir?" "Thank you, sir. Thank you for driving me around, sir." He called him sir. "Yes, sir. No, sir." You know how Coach Prime is. When you come in this here Colorado facility, you say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. That's his training. So it's implemented in his head already. And the guy was so impressed by that. And he was having a conversation with him. Like he's this big athlete, but he wasn't big headed or anything like that. He was just having a normal human conversation with the guy. And guess what? This is spreading around all throughout New York City, all throughout the affluent melanated community in New York City. I promise you this. They all know about it. I promise you. That's why it's a backlash in New York, because some of the season ticket holders talking about they not season ticket holders no more. I'm just letting you guys know what's happening right now. They said, listen, why do we got to be season ticket holders? And you guys had a franchise right there. So there's a backlash going on in New York. So I don't want to hear New York. I don't want to hear them try to get them now. Please don't. Please don't. Don't even try it. Do not even try it. So you guys slip. Hopefully y'all get Arch Manning. Maybe y'all could treat him a little better, because he's the next franchise coming. So maybe you guys could get your minds right for the next draft, because that's what you guys are already talking about, because you messed this one up. I mean, no, technically you got Cam Ward is where he's supposed to be. So they got that right. They got it right. Okay. But Shedeur, okay, the reason why I know he's going to do well is because I never seen a quarterback. I said before, he's the most battle-tested quarterback ever. Okay, he's sitting up there running for his life. He got his head drilled into the ground by Muhammad Kamara last year, the year before last. Okay, he still got up and kept competing. Okay, he still threw for 4,000 yards, man. Okay, I forget the bubble screens or whatever you want to sit up there and make excuses. Yes, he threw bubble screens, but he still threw for 4,000 yards. Okay, under a lot of pressure. So now, let's go to the NFL. How does that how does that trickle over to the NFL? He's going to have offensive linemen that get paid money to block, and they don't want to lose that money. Okay, and the game is a lot slower. He's going to have receivers that get paid. That he's going to spend that ball. I'm telling you, he's going to burn people. I'm telling you this. It's just a matter of time. And as far as his athleticism, he's not athletic. He's not a statue. I've seen him run that ball in the end zone and do the prime dance. I've seen him do it. I've seen him do it. He's not afraid to run the ball. He's not. If you give him some daylight, he's going to get 10 yards off you easy. Easy. The owners and everybody know that. They were just being hey, they know that. Okay, so if they didn't know, they gaslighting us. So that's what that is there. Malik Neighbors Um, Malik Neighbors on Shedeur Sanders can't knock his talent. No way in hell he's a fifth rounder. They have a problem in New York, man. He said there's no way in hell he's a fifth rounder. There's no way. I know. How do you think those players are going to look at the owners now? Damn, you did that to him. You could do that to me. So this is what I think that the mentality should the players be. This is what y'all mentality should be. I want you to get as much money as possible as you fuck the Super Bowl. I want you to get as much money I want you to get Dak Prescott money. Okay, do whatever you got to do. Say what you got to say to get that guaranteed Dak Prescott money, that guaranteed Trevor Lawrence money, that guaranteed Russell Wilson money, that guaranteed what's his name, the Atlanta quarterback. Get his money too. That's what I want you to do. Get as much money as you possibly can. The Super Bowl is secondary. Actually, make that fourth on your priority. Forget the Super Bowl. Make as much money as you possibly can, and then after that, you can go on and do other things. That's it. Forget the Super Bowl. But do the part though. Play like you want to get a Super Bowl, just so you can get that damn max contract, guaranteed, and make sure a percentage of it is guaranteed. That's your goal. Okay, to use these owners. Okay, use them. When you go in there for your interviews, I want you to sit up there and get your Johnny Depp on. Now, what do I mean by that? Get your Johnny Depp on. I want you to sit up there and put on the best Oscar-winning performance, okay, to get that money. You use them as a tool. They're tools now. You get it? They're tools. In more ways than one, they're tools. Okay, so use them as a tool. Okay, because they're using you as a tool. You're just entertainment to them. But I want you to sit up there and break them. And then forget how to play football. Like, oh my God. And then now you're starting to lose. Now, what's going on? I'm trying. But damn, I mean, we might have to bench you. Well, yes, but guess what? If you bench me, you still got to pay me this money. And I'm not negotiating. I want you guys never to negotiate. Don't ever renegotiate. Like, listen, I'm not renegotiating with you. Just let me go. I'm not renegotiating with you. That's the mentality I want y'all to have, because these kids are smart. They are. And they're very vocal, and they're not afraid to be vocal because they're saying what happened to him is wrong. So they're being vocal about it. Malik Neighbor said, you don't do that to somebody like that. You can't knock his talent. Some things you just can't knock, Neighbor said. Come on, bro. We got to stop making feelings with how people play that linger. Yeah, he might have some things he might say on camera off the field, um, but don't have to do with football plays. Excuse me, but don't have to do with how he plays football. We're here for one thing, and that's to play football. Everybody's got different personalities. So that's what he said. You can't knock him. We all got different personalities. He's just fucking sure of himself. There's nothing wrong with that. I'd be sure of myself too if I'm sitting up here getting knocked on my ass and I still threw for 4,000 yards. And I'm number 8th in the running for the Heisman Trophy. God damn. He's number 8th in the running for the Heisman Trophy. Damn. He actually threw to the Heisman Trophy winner. I'll be all in my head too. I threw to the Heisman Trophy winner. Okay? And I'm one of the reasons why he won the Heisman Trophy. Yes, I be feeling myself. Yes. Yes. I be feeling myself. I'm not gonna sit here and have my head down showing my damn teeth. No. If you want to draft me, then you ready to change the culture in that locker room. Because I'm a winner, goddammit. Listen, if I was the owner, I would love that right there. I said, oh, I love this shit type of shit right here. Oh, you my guy. Oh, yes, I was then on pop this collar for him. I said, yeah. And look, listen, you know what I would say if I was the owner? Look here, Shadeur, look. I love that right there. You talking. Listen here. I need you. Look, I will whisper to him. Listen, you need to bring that camera too. He like, what you talking about? Bring all that shit y'all doing. Y'all need to do that here. Bring that camera. I need that camera too. Okay. I need that camera because I need us to be the most talked about. Can you help me? Of course. Well, go talk to your brother, please. Now I know Coach ain't trying to let him leave Colorado, but can he split time here? We'll pay for his airfare. We'll get him a private jet. We need him here with that damn camera. Okay, because Bucky's sitting up here making all goddamn kind of money. So we need to sit up here and find out how to recreate that flavor up here. Okay? See, because I'm not a hater. They just straight haters. That's all it is. Okay? Listen, at the end of the day, their goal might not to be a win a Super Bowl, but my goal is to put butts in them seats so we can get all the money. Okay? Why do the Yankees got to be the best thing in town? It could be us, not the Yankees. Because we all know the best ticket in town in New York right now is the New York Yankees. That's the best ticket in town. They got a player over there. Listen, the Yankees ain't no hater. They listen. They paid Judge so much money. God damn, like they paid him all the money. Okay, he got so much money. He's glowing out there in the damn field. He glowing. Now what's happening here? He talking to the trees. That's what's up. We got somebody talking to the trees. Hey man, that's what's up, man. Sometimes you gotta talk to the trees. You know, instead of grounding, if you can't take your shoes off, just touch the trees, man. Actually, that's a way of grounding if you don't know. Um, but he had to go say hello to the tree real quick. That's what's up, man. I need to do that. He must be in touch with nature. But that's what I would be like. Listen, you gonna listen. Not only look, I like Shedeur. Look, we gonna put butts in them seats. Okay, yeah, we want to win too, but damn, fuck it, we gonna put butts in them seats. You gonna bring that camera too. Your brother just got drafted too. He's like, well, wait a minute, my brother's over college. Yeah, he got to come here too, though. He got to come here too. I don't care. I don't care where he is in that stadium. He got access to the whole damn stadium because we need to be the most talked about. How y'all the most talked about in Colorado? Okay, that's what I. That's what type of time I would be on. I want to make some more money. Okay, and I would tell him like Shadeur, you know what I'm saying? We don't need you to be getting hit like this now. You need to get rid of that ball now. You see what I'm saying? Because we can't have our golden goose up in the hospital after freaking Micah Parsons hit you. So we can't have that. So, get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? He'll love me. I was sitting up there crabby, having him cracking up. I said, listen, we going to the moon here. Oh yes. Oh yes. We going to the moon. We got the camera in the locker room. Oh yes. Oh yes. See, I could see that. But no, they wanted to sit up there and be haters. That's what happened. Okay? They wanted to sit up there and be somebody had the nerve to send me a message. Can you talk about something else? Listen, in a few days, I'm gonna be in New York City. Okay, in a few days, I'm gonna be at the trial in New York City because I heard that like I said, the jury selection start Monday. They said that they could seat the jury in 3 days. So that means I got to get on the road. If I find out they're getting ready to seat that jury by Wednesday, I got to be on the road for a opening statement. So yes, I'm gonna be talking about something else. Yes, yes, but I'm still not forgetting about this right here. Okay, so that's the deal. So now the Cleveland Browns. So now the Cleveland Browns is going to benefit now. They're going to benefit off this situation. Okay, because he got the most. Why do you think he got the most jersey sales? Did anybody know? It's because of his brother. That's why. It's because of that camera. That's why. That's what made him popular. Yeah, he is Coach Prime's son. Coach Prime, he's been popular since the 80s. We know this. Okay. He arguably had the first NIL deal because he signed with the Yankees. So he didn't even need his scholarship no more. Okay. So, but It's that the way they do it with the camera, that first person situation. Ain't no other team doing it like that as frequently as they doing it, because it gives the fans the opportunity to feel like they're part of the team. That's what make this works. And they're very personable on the camera. That's why they got internet aunties out there, because they don't gravitate to these kids, because they feel like that's their kids. I'm telling you, that's how we think. So now Cleveland, they have invaded Cleveland now. The Colorado faithful, they have now invaded Cleveland. And I see it. They invaded Cleveland now. Cleveland is the most talked about now because 2 is up there. Yeah, we watching Shiloh too. He gonna be all right in where he's at in Tampa Bay. He's fine. He's squared away over there in Tampa Bay, so we're not worried about him. The only thing is, Shiloh, just be careful. Just hit low now, because the refs are gonna be watching you. You knock the damn receiver out, you're gonna get fined. You see what I'm saying? But other than that, he's fine. He's good where he is, and he gonna like them beaches out there. I tell you that much. Shit, I'd love to be out there right now. That's another story. Um, and Travis gonna be fine too where he is. So everybody good. It's just that the Browns, like I said again, if I come to find out, the owner of the Browns made them pull the trigger on that. Like, no, you get them now. Get them now. No, we don't want to get them now. That's why it looked like it was a funeral up in there. And then they still haven't got their minds right. When they called them before they drafted him, hey, Shedeur, listen, we're not guaranteeing you anything. You're gonna have to put in a lot of hard work, okay? We're not guaranteeing you anything. What you talking about? He's the first. He was just working out just a little while ago. We saw him working out. Nobody was there working out. What are you talking about? Okay, just shut up at this point, because y'all messed it up. Okay, sitting up there drafting 2 quarterbacks, y'all messed the whole draft up. Just be quiet at this point. Okay, and let's roll. That's it. That's it. But let me tell y'all something real quick. He's gonna find himself on that field this year. He's not waiting. They're gonna find him on this field. You know why? If they're winning, listen, put the rookie in, please. Because the fans, they don't got his jerseys and all this stuff. We gotta put him in the game somehow. He gonna see the field this year. I hope he know that. Okay, my job is done right now. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I am gonna give the Jets hell the entire year. Wait till the Jets start losing and see what I do. See what I do, because they're gonna start losing. The Giants gonna start to watch. I don't know. I'm not hoping really for the Giants, because I like Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? But he already got his money. It don't matter if he win or lose. He already got his money. Okay, that one team gonna be paying him into 2030. They're gonna still be paying him after he's way retired. He's still gonna be getting a check. So I'm not worried about Russell Wilson. I don't care if he ever win another game. He got that money though. So good. You know what I'm saying? So that, and they were trying to knock him like, oh my God, Russell White, he's not winning. But yeah, he is winning. He's winning financially. That's well, he already got a Super Bowl under his belt. So it don't matter. But anyway, shout out to Patrick Mahomes, because he said something. Shout out to Travis Kelce. Shout out to Malik Neighbors. Shout out to Russell Wilson and a host of others that sat up here and said this was stupid. And shout out to the president, because he said it was stupid too. He said it was stupid all the way in Italy. He was over there for the Pope funeral. But he had to weigh in on this. I told you he don't really like the NFL. That's why he did it. He don't like the NFL, man, because he tried to start a league back in the 80s and it didn't work and he lost money. So he's petty. He still remember that. So that's why he chimed in. Like, y'all stupid, man. How's everybody doing this morning? Good morning. You said the aunties love Shadeur, and I said, yeah, they do. Because y'all have now invaded Cleveland. Y'all invaded Cleveland. Y'all did. Because I see it on Twitter. You let somebody say something slick and go look at the comments. Yep, they've already invaded. They've already invaded, man. As far as I'm concerned right now, I'm a Cleveland vlogger. As far as I'm concerned. That's right. I'm gonna start putting Cleveland Brown news. I'm about to start doing it, so everybody we could get our mind they can get their minds right. The fans already know though. You got some haters though. You do. You always gonna have them sprinkled in, but that's no longer a place where quarterbacks go to die. No longer, because he's a winner. Okay, let them get a taste of winning. He's like, look, man, we not. This ain't where we go to die, man. As slow as that game is, they always have stoppages and all that stuff. That's gonna benefit him. It really is, and they got a running game and all that type of stuff. He good, man. He sure is. Shout out to Darryl though. Select QBs, because he did this. He trained them. Select QBs, man. Get some credit here. He got Cam Ward. He got Shedeur in the league. Um, he's working with the Colorado quarterback right now. He's working with Kyron Drones at Virginia Tech, which is Cam Ward's cousin. And he got a host of other quarterbacks he's working with. He need to work with Juju as well. Um, but he did this. So shout out to him. And his price, I'm sure, just went through skyrocketed through the roof. I'm sure of it. So yeah, he did this, man. He did it. Shadeur know what the hell he know what he doing. He's well trained. He's a freaking machine. That's what he is. That's why I told one of the fans. He's like, really? He really that guy? I said he's a machine. That's what he is. That's what y'all got. He said, damn, we drafted in the 5th round. Hey, you got him though. You got him. So yeah, y'all got him now. Oh man. See this why I didn't want to go electric. This supercharger over here ain't working. Somebody did something to it. The guy, he's like cussing right now because I guess he on 1% battery and he don't got here at this here charger and it ain't working. I could have told him it wasn't working. None of them are working. They did something to it. He said, "Oh my God, how am I gonna get to the other charger?" He probably got 1%. Why would you drive a car down to 1% battery, man? Why would you do that? He's sitting there. He don't know what to do. I could have told him they should put a sign. Oh, there's somebody else coming now. The signs it's not working. He probably on 1% too. Yep, it's not working. It's crazy how they doing this to these superchargers. You said I'm gonna watch Shiloh. Yeah, Shiloh gonna be real good. No, see, here's the thing. I know you said they did Russell horribly. Technically, they didn't. You know how much he's guaranteed? They ain't do him horribly. Because you remember when they let him go, he's all right, fine, I'm gone. Fine, okay. But they still gotta pay. You gotta look at the big. They still gotta pay him though. Hundreds of millions of dollars. They did him just great. Okay. Sure, they let him go. Yeah, we gonna let him go. But then you see the Steelers picked him up for a year. Okay, well I go play with the Steelers. Right now he playing for the love of it because he already got the money. Now, you know what I'm saying, he with New York, signed a year at New York. Um, he just chilling at this point. He just slammed the charger down. It's not working. Hopefully he make it to the other charger. It's a charger right up the street. Yeah, Malik Neighbors like, look, man, y'all crazy. Y'all sitting up here. Well, hopefully Jackson Dart work out after Russell leave. They got Jameis Winston there, so I think they'll be okay. But I think him and Shadeur had a connection. Malik Neighbors, they met up in New York and stuff like this. Shadeur's a likable person. You know what I'm saying? He's a good kid, and they know that. You know what I'm saying? They probably had a connection. These players talk on Twitter, on social media. They talk to each other. They know each other. You know what I'm saying? So That's what it is right there. Look, he is so burnt out, guys. Look, he went to the other charge. The other charger not working either, sir. He was pulling off and had the charger still, he didn't put the flat back. The other charger's not working either. It's crazy, man. They should put a sign up. Somebody, they cut the cable here. They, they had this whole thing with Elon Musk, and they just started destroying the superchargers. This one has never been fixed yet. All he got to do is look in the back and see it's been cut. He probably got to get to work too on 1% battery. It's crazy. This one lady yesterday said, "Oh my God, I got 1% battery." I said, "Well, you just a supercharger up there." She said, "Is it working?" I said, "I think they messed that one up too." Craziness. That's why I ain't go electric yet. But shout out to Malik Neighbors, man. You said Jameis Winston ain't about to take the Giants to the promised land. It ain't about that. I told you. Just let him get his money from the Giants. That's it. He ain't got to take him to the promised land. Fuck these owners. He ain't got to take him to the promised land. See, I'm having a new perspective on this. Just get the money. As long as they paid him for that year, everything is good. As long as the checks ain't bouncing and everything is good, don't matter about the promised land. You said, Max, go look up Athlon Sports Malik Neighbors and read that article. Oh, yeah, I read it. Yeah, they had already had it that he was going to be the quarterback. I know. I read it. That's why he's upset about it. He just know he had Shedeur coming. You know what I'm saying? We hook up with Shadeur. We work out in the off season because Shadeur is all about working out. Let's go to Miami, man. Shadeur, let's go work out on the beach. You know how they do? Let's go work out, man. Let's bond, and then we gonna sit up here and do something. And Russell Wilson's supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying, as insurance. To show him the ropes. They all had it worked out. Man. We, what I'm saying, we gonna go to Miami and all that. Go here, go there. You know what I'm saying? Make the rookie pay for some shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna buy me some dinner. Shadeur gonna buy him dinner. You know what I'm saying? You gonna buy his dinner. You know how they do the rookies. You know what I mean? Yeah, you legendary. You gonna buy us this legendary food. You know how them they do? They make you spend 50,000 on some food. They crazy, man. I wouldn't do that. They did a rookie dirty one year. The bill came up to 50,000. Hell with that. I would have walked out, yo. I'm like, man, y'all crazy. But you know how it is. They probably had it all worked out. You know? Russell gonna show you the ropes. Jameis gonna show you the ropes, you know? And that's it. Then we all gonna be good. But no, the owners, they had other plans. I don't want to hear the owner acting like he got misinformation. No, sir. No. You didn't get no misinformation because that's your team. Okay? You saw him on tape. You act like you didn't see that you saw the tape. Okay? Listen to your players. So no, they don't dial back now. It's over with. Thank you, Chantel, for the donation. It's over with now, Chantel. It's over with. So they messed up. Hopefully hopefully Jackson Darby work out good. Okay, hopefully work out good. That's it. That's the only thing you can hope for right now. But the Giants faithful, they was looking for Shadeur. That's what they were looking for, man. Yeah, we're gonna get Shadeur over here. You know what I'm saying? Have Russell, you know what I'm saying, get him ready. Because Russell right now, he just chilling. He just playing for the love of it. Jameis too. Jameis made his money already. He been in the league a long time. Jameis Winston. He actually could have played baseball, actually. He got drafted in baseball too. If anybody don't know. He was a pitcher. He got drafted. I can't remember who he got drafted by. But yeah, he got drafted in baseball too. But he chose football. He been in the league a long time. So Jameis already made his money. Russell already made his money. They playing for the love of it. They wouldn't mind helping him out. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about starting and all that. They got their money already. But now he's in a good position where he got another player that could show him the ropes. Flock already made his money. He's just playing for the love of it now. That's the best person to learn under, where you don't have no competition. Like, he's not a hater. He don't care if you take the position because he already got his money. That's the best person to learn from. And he got 19 years of experience. He don't seen every defense they can throw at him. He's seen everything. So he like, Shedeur, this, that. That's how you do it. Must be the money. You said Chris Carter talking about the NFL owners wouldn't collude, like they didn't have a payout black athletes in the past for colluding. Yeah, they did it to Colin Kaepernick. They settled out for the collusion. He sued him for collusion and racism and won. Well, he settled out of court. But like I said, I know Malik Neighbors had it all figured. I know he did. I know him and Shadeur, they have a connection, but the owners intervened. That's what happened. I know Russell was like, yeah, he gonna learn under me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the OG. Because Russell's the OG. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put you in position. I'm not Russell not compete. Russell don't care if he start. He made it. He's sitting up there sitting on a pile of money. Do you think he cares if he start? They still gotta pay him. Even Dak Prescott, they still gotta pay him. Look, listen, guys, Dak has a no trade clause. Jerry Jones couldn't get Shadeur if he wanted. yo, he couldn't get him if he wanted to. He's married to Dak, okay? He married to him. Dak is going to be his quarterback for the next 3-4 years. That's it. Period. Because it don't make no sense benching Dak Prescott for Shadeur because you're paying him all this money. So it's too late. So they with Dak, they with Jack. They married together. That's it. So hopefully it works out. Hopefully Dak have a breakout season next year. Get him to the promised land. Dak don't care, yo. I'm telling you, these players are smart. They don't care. They don't give a damn about winning no championship. He got his money. He got his. So good. Good. No, he's not being quiet about it. He's not being quiet about it. Not Russell Wilson not being quiet about it. He's not being quiet about it either. Now, Michael Strahan, he a little upset about it too. He said that whoever the anonymous person is, they need to come forward and tell us what happened and show us the video. Show us. Because y'all lying. Y'all lying. He would have, man, he would have been great in New York, guys. He'd have been great. The fans would have loved him. Okay? They would have loved him in New York. Loved him. Shadeur, I could have saw the possibility. You would have had great views of New York City from Hoboken. I could see him in Hoboken, you know what I'm saying? And having um, panoramic views in New York City, man. He would have loved it. But no, the Giants owner, they want to be a hater. That's what happened. Everybody know that. You're not gonna sit up here and gaslight us. But like I said, the Browns, they got it now. So everybody saw it. Like, damn, look how they looking. They don't look happy. They look like they just found out somebody passed away. It's crazy, man. It's the most talked about thing in sports right now. Actually, it is. It's the most talked about situation, and it's still brewing. And but shout out to the other players, man. Man, I love when Jimmy Horn got drafted. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna play. He gonna play opening day because they need him. The Panthers need him. They need another target like that, and they also need somebody to run punts. So yes, he's gonna get some work. LeJounte gonna get some work too. I believe he's with the Ravens. He's gonna get some work out there. And he got a hell of a quarterback, don't he? Holy shit. Now, one thing about LeJounte is he has great separation ability. And that quarterback is gonna exploit it. Oh my God. He got a quarterback on steroids. Not literally, but he's a great quarterback over there. So shout out to him going to Baltimore. But them Panthers needed you, Jimmy. They sure did. They gonna turn him into a star over there. He got that personality. People gonna like him. He got the personality that you're gonna, like him. And he just straight up who he is. I like that too. He's straight up from Florida too. You could, man, it's just written all over him. He said, "I'm ready right now." He said, "I'm ready right now." Shout out to Jimmy, man. Straight up got drafted, man. His pops watched his kid get drafted. It's craziness. His name was called. You know how they do that? Do 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 do. His name was called, man. That was crazy. I wasn't expect. I was just sitting there. I was like, wait a minute. They said Jimmy Horn. I said, okay. LeJounte and then Jimmy. That was what's up, man. I was expecting to get drafted, but it was nice to hear his name get called. I told y'all, I said he joining his brother in the league, man. I call him his brother, Zay. It was like he joining him in the league, man. He joining him in the league. Watching Travis get drafted, that was pretty cool, man. He skipped up there. That was hilarious. Travis like, hey, I'm on my way. He skipped up there, man. Shout out to Travis, man. Travis he gonna be talked about this season. He sure is. He gonna be the first player to play that many snaps in the NFL. He gonna be the first to do it. He's gonna change the game. He might be revolutionizing the game, which is the first step for the Hall of Fame. When you revolutionize the game, that's first ballot status. All he got to do is not get hurt and have a solid career. The reason why I say that's first ballot status because that's what happened with Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson revolutionized the NBA because when he came into the NBA, they had to change their defense from man to man to zone because they couldn't handle him. So they gave him that for revolutionizing it. He changed the game. That's one criteria for being first ballot if you don't win a championship. Because he didn't win a championship, but he's first ballot. So yeah, man. So he's gonna revolutionize the NFL. Ain't that something? He's getting ready to revolutionize. Now you're gonna have kids out there playing both sides of the ball. Now it's gonna happen more frequently in the next generation because now the kids right now they're looking up to Travis and they want to do what Travis is doing. So now he's gonna revolutionize that game. There's gonna be somebody else to come along to play both sides of the ball as well. It's just a matter of time. He's revolutionizing it now, and he makes it look fucking easy. It's craziness. So you're gonna have that. He's gonna revolutionize. He just got to stay healthy. He hasn't reached the ceiling yet. He's still maturing. So he's gonna get a little bit bigger than what he is now, and he's ready to go. That's it. He's already ready to go now, but he hasn't reached the ceiling yet, and that's scary. Because remember, he really going into his senior season, really. But yeah, man, it's scary, man, how good he's gonna be. And the good thing is he had his head on right. He don't hang out like that. He don't do that. He just play video. You know what I'm saying? 4.0 student. Yeah, man, he set to revolutionize the game. And he got a hell of a quarterback over there too. That's gonna make sure he gonna get Travis the targets. He gonna make sure of it. Ain't no Trevor Lawrence. He's like what 6'6". He's a tall quarterback. It's a big dude, man. He gonna get Travis those looks. So that's what's happening over there, man. Up in Jacksonville. Blessings, blessings. Players and fans are more vocal now. This young generation is not afraid of anything. They do things differently. That's why. This young generation, like Shedeur's generation, Malik Neighbors, they don't think like I mean, they're very vocal, and they're going to express it. They're not afraid of it. Yeah, they're not afraid of anything, for sure. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong in their mind. That's it. You saw him throwing with Malik Neighbors in New York City. They got a connection. He said, "All right, man, we'll see you soon, man." And did you see what's the defensive end from the Raiders? What's his name? Looking like Ric Flair. What's his name? Even he hooked up with Shedeur, man. He said, "Yeah, I'll see you soon, all right, too. I'll see you soon." You know what I'm saying? I forget his name. Looking like Hulk Hogan, man. What's his name, man? The defensive end for the Raiders. He got a nice neck piece too. You know what I'm saying? They were looking at they was admiring each other's neck piece. I forget his name. But he was like, "Yeah, we'll see you soon, too. We'll see you soon." People like him in the league already. They like him. And he knows some of them from Little League. Some of the people that's in the league now, he played with them when he was in Little League, man. When Prime had that youth camp. Do y'all realize? Ain't that crazy? A lot of these players that's in the superstars right now, they remember him when they were kids. They fuck with Prime, yo. Prime is a legend to them, yo. They fuck with him, yo. So yeah, they feeling a certain type of way. Yo, Travis Kelce said something, man. What is that saying to you? He said something. He don't have to say anything. He's sitting up there with his superstar girlfriend and all that. He's still bothered by this. He's like, nah, this not right, man. He said, whoever said it, y'all need to say y'all name and stop hiding, being anonymous. Tell us tell us your name. So people fuck with Prime, man. Like I know that for a fact. I guess some owners see it. They see the clout this kid had, man. Yeah, I forget the dude's name. Um, he's the Raiders defensive end. When remember when they were at the Super Bowl event, he ran up to him. They were talking for a brief moment. Shadeur was talking about his chain. He was like, "Yo, too, I'll see you soon," right? Like that. But anyway, um, hey man, I never thought I had to sit up here and watch the Browns, man. Like for real. And like I said, I'm not dogging the dog pound because I've been there before. I went there for a game back in the '90s, back when they had Boomer Esiason. That's a long time ago. Holy shit! Damn, I'm old, yo. Boomer Esiason. This is before Chad Johnson when was there. No, that's Cleveland. I'm sorry. Who was the quarterback? I'm thinking about the Bengals. I've been to a Bengals game too when they came to New York. No, who was the Cleveland quarterback when I was there? It wasn't Boomer Esiason. It was this was the '90s though. This was like '96. I can't remember who the quarterback right now. Now Boomer was with the Bengals and they played the Jets. That was before Chad Johnson. Um, fuck, I'm old, man. I'm so old I can't even call Unc Unc. You know Shannon? I can't call him Unc. I can't. Nope. He's in my age group, yo. I can't call him that. Damn. Actually, I mean, he's a lot older than me. You know what I'm saying? He could be my uncle, but not really. Unless, I mean, some people do got young ass uncles, man. My boy uncle is 2 years old. That's hilarious. He got an uncle that's two. Yeah, his mother had a child when in her 60s, man. It's crazy. That's crazy, man. He got a 2 year old uncle, man. I used to work with him. Got a 2 year old uncle, man. Shout out to Shannon, man. Nah, I don't think he's sick. No, Shannon not 60. He's in his mid 50s. He's like 56. He's not 60 yet. Because Coach Prime is like what 55, and him and Shannon went into the Hall of Fame together, right? So Shannon's older than Prime by like a year or two. Yeah, because I remember they played in the league at the same time. Shannon went in the league before Prime, like a year before Prime, I believe. Yeah, Shannon like 56. No, he's not quite 60 yet. Nah, here's the thing about that. Like, if I was him, I would sue, but you got to understand something, though. It's a political situation. He can't sue because they'll try to blackball him, and he worked too hard to be a quarterback, yo. So, nah, he ain't going to sue. I would say no. We gotta look at it politically. You know, we got to look at things politically, too. You got to look at it from a political standpoint. He got his shot now. I mean, not many people could say they got drafted, you know what I'm saying? So, it's messed up what happened, but he just getting started. You know what I'm saying? I could see if he was in the league for a minute. It got his max deal already, but nah. So he do have a case of defamation though, because if that interview didn't go well and they can't prove it, like they don't got video of it, like we need to see video of it to see where. But it didn't. I don't believe that happened. I believe there was collusion. That's my belief, but I'm not gonna be able to prove it. I do believe it was collusion for sure. But can I prove that? No. So I have to say allegedly they were colluding. But shame on them though, man, because everybody's being vocal about it. And then put a black eye on the league. The league, see, here's the reason why I put a black eye on the league. Coach Prime is known the world over. Him and Bo Jackson, they known the world over. He's known throughout the world, yo. So, and they're trying to make this game popular all over the world. Now they got a black eye. They got to fix it. They got a black eye now. They're trying to make this thing popular in Brazil and all that. Come on, man. I saw the Brazilian. What's the Brazilian star, man? He said he shot out Prime one time. Not Neymar, the other one. It wasn't Neymar. It was something. What's his name? Something Junior. It's what's his name, man? He shot out Prime on his Instagram. Everybody know him, yo. Everybody do. Brazil. He's known the world over, man. This, come on, man. He played in a World Series in a Super Bowl, man. Come on, man. He's known the world over. He's not a regular situation here. It's not him and Bo Jackson are not regular. They not. That Sanders name ring bells, man. It was what's his name? It's something Junior. It's not Neymar. I know he go by Neymar Junior too. It's not him. It's the other one. I can't think of his name right now. He shot out Prime on his Instagram. He follows him. Yeah, they're petty insecurities, man, and racism. It's pretty much what it was. The players, they took note. Even like I said, Travis Kelce said something, man. He said, "Y'all need to say who y'all are and stop being anonymous about it." But he didn't deserve it. But he gonna seize the moment. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna put him in the game this year. Remember, I said it because the fans gonna be calling for him, especially if they win in the game. Put two in, man. Put two in, man, and don't let him score a touchdown. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like I said, Shadeur, you need to jump into the dog pound one time. As soon as you do it, go hop in the dog pound. Let the dog pound feel you, man. Let them feel you. They got, man, them fans is intense in Cleveland. They are. That's why we call them the dog pound. That kid is already famous. You know how we knew him? We've been following him now. Shadeur he's now known the world over. The world knows him now. The secret, the best kept secret is out. The secret is out. Everybody's fucking with him. The secret is out. It's out now. He's the most famous one in Cleveland right now. The kid is famous. You see what I'm saying? So we've been following him since Jackson State, but now he's known the world over. The world know he was fucked over. How stupid do these owners look, yo? They look stupid because everybody know. Everybody know what happened. But he's good though. He gonna get all type of endorsements. You gonna see him on all type of commercials. He gonna get his money. He gonna get the money the first year. He gonna get that 40, 50 million. He gonna get in endorsements the first year. Facts. Facts. So he still got money. He still the money. Listen, I know that they got him for that, but the endorsements, he's very marketable. You see Travis on every commercial. He was on a Snicker commercial. Shedeur the same way. So yeah, man, the money that's gonna be flowing for sure. The money is flowing. So he's still flowing and glowing. That's just what it is. He showed up at the high school as soon as he touched down. He went to go. He went to go where it's real at, and they fucking with him. Okay, because he's relatable. That's why people mess with Prime. He's relatable. He came from the bottom. That's why people mess with Mike Tyson the way he did, because Mike Tyson's the poor man's champ. He came from the bottom. That's why people embrace these people the way they do. So Shadeur, like I said, he had Prime, the benefit of Prime, but he worked for it. He's a bona fide quarterback. I can see if he was garbage, he's not. And the world sees it. So now we're watching him at the next level now. This is next level popularity. I'm telling you, it's next level. Okay? It's next level. He had the president shouting him out, man. Come on, man. The president. So it's next level with it. It's next level with it. So yeah, just some Cleveland Brown fans, some of them, in the comments trolling this and that, but that ain't nothing. The love outweighs that. I'm telling you, in Cleveland. I'm telling you it does. It does. So he's straight now. I got to go watch some of his film from the rookie mini camp. I want to see what he's doing. So I'm gonna come back later because we know he's doing his thing right now. As of right now this morning, he's sitting there doing his thing. Shiloh too. So I'm gonna watch them in mini camp. I know they're gonna have the film out because the Cleveland media that's in charge of the team, they've already got him. The cameras is following him everywhere. They're following him everywhere. So we're gonna see it. We're definitely gonna see what's going on up there in Cleveland. And like I said, man, he's already reached out to the dog pound. As soon as he touched down, the Cleveland fans, they're the dog pound. If you don't know, they're known as the dog pound, and it's for a reason. If you ever go to the game, you'll know what I'm talking about. When I had went there in the '90s, this dude, he was very famous. I don't know if he's still around or not. He had the dog mask, and he was the center of the dog pound. It was him. He was right there. So when the players jump in, he'll embrace you, and that's what they call it, the dog pound. Their fans don't play. I remember the dog pound. You remember it was a couple years ago. Um, it was during a playoff game where the refs messed the call up. Remember the refs messed the call up during the playoffs and the Cleveland lost the game? And see what the dog pound did to the refs. They started throwing bottles at them and everything, even though they were plastic bottles. But the dog pound responded. The fans ain't no joke. If you know, you know. You're gonna know now because you're following Shadeur there. They are no joke. Let Shedeur get hit wrong and see what the dog pound throw stuff on the field. For sure. That team is like I said, the dog pound, I compare them to Philly fans, the Philly faithful. But they might be worse than Philly. They might be. But they get behind their players though. But during that playoff game, it's on YouTube. Go to when just type in Cleveland controversial call in the playoffs. You'll see it. And then the ref said the game is over. And they had to get the refs out of there because they were throwing all types of stuff on the field. It was crazy. So yeah, man, shout out to the dog pound, man. I might have to visit the dog pound like one time. You know what I'm saying? They really all that. But all right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you for your time. I'll be back later because we're gonna start to see the film come in from the rookie mini camp around the country, so we get to see what Travis and them is up to. And Shiloh, Shiloh has been as now that he's there. He's reported that he's there in Tampa Bay. So he landed in Tampa Bay. He's ready to go. So we're gonna see what they're doing. But all right, y'all. I'll catch y'all later when the film come in. All right, y'all. Peace.